on this session again on whiteboard.chat. A very warm good afternoon to all the dear teachers who have taken out time and are here with me for the next 40 to 50 minutes to explore the arena of whiteboard.chat. So once again, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you who could take out time and join me for this session. And without wasting much time, let us move to the world of whiteboard.chat. As teachers, we are exploring a lot of tools and we are always in the need of collaborative tools where we and our students can come up together and do the work simultaneously in the online mode also. Had it been physical, then we and students, they both are in the physical space and we can see each other and take out the work and do that. But in the online spaces, we are stuck at home, but the digital tools are not making us stuck. They are providing us tools where we can come into the collaborative space and do work with them. So whiteboard.chat is one such tool. And now let me just share my screen with all of you. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the platform where we are going today, that is whiteboard.chat. This is the place where you are going to find out the world of collaboration coming possible to you. So you just go to the web browser, type whiteboard.chat, and then just quickly navigate to the bottom of the page and you will find out this blue box that says start drawing. So inside this blue box, there's a small curved box that says start drawing, and let us start drawing. So I'm going to click on start drawing. So the moment I click on start drawing, it is going to give me three options. We did it last time also. This time I'll just recall. Start teaching is when you only want to do the work and do not want to save it. The next is start collaborating. That is when you want to immediately start collaboration with the work. And the last is manage board. Start collaborating and manage board is all part of the start teaching part. So I would prefer and I would recommend you all to start with the start teaching button. So click on this and here you are on the interface of whiteboard.chat. Now, if you observe, it has a lot of options and sometimes it is overwhelming for a teacher to see all these options. In the previous class, we talked about the basic interface, then how to share the whiteboard and how to insert a PDF and let the students annotate it, and how a teacher can move into the different boards and provide feedback. So we did these 4 to 5 things in our previous class, and now today we are going to explore much more. So if you observe the left hand side, it has a plethora of tools, and now we are going to explore these tools. So the first part is the refresh button. The second part is the manage board. So as I already told, you can easily manage the board when you click on start teaching part. The next is the grids part. So let's explore what grids are. Now, I am sure that today we are belonging to the K-12 industry. That means we have primary teachers also, we have middle school teachers, and we have senior school teachers also with us. So for different classes, we can change the backdrop and then take up the things. So let us see how we can change the backdrop and how we can accommodate our students' learning styles. Let's move on to the grids part. The first part is this box grid. Now, I am sure that class 4, class 5, class 6 teachers, we generally use these boxes while a maths copy, and we ask our students to write the things. So if you are a math teacher, So then you can just put on this backdrop and then let your students work on these grids. The second is the big grid option. This is generally used for class 1, class 2, class 3 students. So if you are starting with mathematics, that is ones, tens, or you are doing some kind of number name or some kind of place value chart. So then these grids come very handy. So you can put the words on the top of these, and then the sum, the subtraction, everything can be tracked upon. So this can be used. Let's come to the next grid, that is the handwriting. And I am thinking that the teachers are going to say, Kaushal sir is only talking about maths. He's not talking about the other subjects. So here we come with the next 2-line grids. So if your students are well off and they are doing writing, and if they have tabs and everything, so they can practice the writing part, or if you just want to do the typing work, so you can just provide this background and the students can work accordingly. So these are the 2 lines wala thing. Then comes the next, that is the college line. So this can be used for the English teacher, social science teacher, or science teachers, where we want our students to write in a particular format, giving the same reference as of the notebook. So digitally, we can provide them such experience by clicking on the grids. So as our requirement is, we can go find out our grid, make the backdrop, and then share the whiteboard with our students. Let's see, there are a lot of grid options. Then we have the coordinate plane. So again, I'm back to maths, and let's take out physics also here. So if you are a senior class teacher for class 11, class 12, or class 9, 10, and if you want to draw graphs or you want to show some trajectory, then you can bring on the coordinate planes wala thing, give it a backdrop, and then share with your students. Let's see some more grids. Then we have the primary line, that is the dotted line. This is for our very small kids, that is the nursery prep kids. We can use this line. Then we have the programming line. So if a computer teacher or somebody else wants to take up this, so they can just take out the grids and take up the programming line wala thing. Next is the music sheet. So along with our academic subjects, why to leave behind the co-curricular activities? So we have the music sheet, and music teachers can easily print the records or easily print the notes, share with the students, and they can take it out very effectively. Then we have then we have the Sella board. I generally don't know what exactly this board is about, but it looks very colorful to me. So any teacher would like to pop up some color into their boards, they can just pop up some colors and then they can take it out. Then we have the Elconian board. This I have also not explored. So if any teacher who wants to explore this, these are the certain options where you can take out some activities and can explore the things. Now I'm again going back to the clear part. I'm going to clear my board and everything will be clear on my board. So this was the grid option where we get a lot of backdrops. These backdrops can be taken up with the students as a kind of experience that we provide with the notebook. So you can say it is a kind of a digital notebook experience that we are providing to our students, and then we can take up the work. So they can do handwriting practice, they can do maths practice, they can do music practice. A lot of things can be taken up, can be thought of, and can be integrated into the classroom pedagogy. So before we move ahead to the next segment, any questions here?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So if there's
There
no
no
question,
question, but yeah, Subra ma'am has asked that can this screen be shared also? Can it be shared?
like in what sense, ma'am? You want to share the whole code with the student? Yes, ma'am, you can share. So you have this sharing button option. You just copy the code and share it with the students. This is one way. Or if you don't want to share and you just want to just showcase the screen to student, so whichever learning LMS you are using, use that and start sharing the screen. So that way you can take it out.
Okay. And Girija ma'am has asked that how to erase the writing part.
Erase the
Writing part.
Okay, so ma'am, you have done this kind of writing. Then you come to the toolbox, which is on the left hand side. There is a eraser option. You choose the eraser and then just rub it off. So it either you use the rubber option, or what you can do, you can just use the cross option. It is going to clear everything which is on the board. So if there is an image, if it is there's some kind of text, you just click on the clear part. Everything will be cleared on the board and you will get a blank white slate. Okay.
Great.
Okay. No, so then I'm moving. Yes.
Yeah. So there is some more question. I'll just share a few questions as well. Can we use this board along with face camera? Is it possible?
Like face camera, matlab? In what
Means,
sense?
yeah. So if I am sharing this whiteboard.chat, in within whiteboard.chat, is it allow us to share our face camera basically, like we share on Zoom and Google Meet?
There's an option of this video call and audio call, but it is one-to-one basis.
Okay.
It's one-to-one basis. Okay. Yes. Any other query?
Yeah, so Namrata ma'am has asked that how do students write on grade? Is there any app or how to write?
So, ma'am, if the child has taken up this grade, so wherever you want to click, you just click. Suppose this is the 10th place, this is the ones place. Then I just write the number 1. I'm just wherever I want to just write. I'm going to take my cursor there and just do the typing. So wherever I want to write, I'll just take my cursor there. I'll just click and a box will open, and whatever I want to write, I can just write. So suppose if I want to write this, so I can just write it like this. So wherever, ma'am, you want to write, you go onto that particular place, take the cursor, enter, and whatever you want to type, whether it is text or whether it is number, you can type that.
Yes, sir. You can move ahead, sir. There are some questions, but some of them can be answered later, and some of them I'm answering the chat.
Okay, okay, Anuj. That's great. Now, teachers, we saw the grids part. Let me just clear it and everything will be cleared on my board. Yes, now I have got my blank slate. Now, let's move to the tools part. So the tools part is again is having some amazing features, and let us explore those tools in our today's class. Let me open the tools part. The first part is the line part. So if you want to draw a diagram, or if you want to draw anything and which requires line, so you can choose the line option and you can draw that figure. So suppose I want to draw a triangle. I'll just take it. Okay. And I have drawn my figure. So once my figure is made, then I can start my teaching process. I can explain that part and I can do that part. Now, after this line part is over, if I want to use a arrow, if I want to use an arrow to demonstrate anything or to showcase anything, then I can use that arrow part and I can tell that what exactly is this. So suppose if this, so this is the side part. So this way I can just write down that this is the side part. So you can use the arrow button and the line button to draw a figure and to demonstrate anything which is being to be told to the students in the form of diagram. Now, let's see the third tool that we have, that is the select or the crop part. The select or the crop part is for image. So let me just insert an image and then we'll just crop that or select that part. Let me clear this out. I'm going to take the image option from computer, put the image Okay, so suppose I have put this image and now I want to crop this part. So I'm going to just select this particular part and I will crop this. So suppose if I only want to teach the northern portion as a social science teacher, if I just want to teach the northern portion of India as a geography teacher, so I can just crop an image and then showcase the thing. So I can use the arrow part to showcase that this part is this or that part is that. So that way you can just do the things. So if you wish to have the whole image in one go, you can use that whole image, or if you wish to break the image into small chunks and then help the students with that figure, you can do so by using the select/crop button. Okay, now I'm again clearing this section because we need to look at the fourth tool. I just refresh it. Okay, now let's look at the fourth tool in the series. The fourth tool is the rich text. Now, if you are a English language teacher, now in our senior classes, you will be giving practice for paragraphs, for essays, for notices, and things like that. But if you have observed the whiteboard, whenever you are writing, it doesn't look very neat. It is very untidy. So you have to take the cursor here, you have to take the cursor there, and then you have to write. But if you want a channelized format for writing, then as a language teacher, you can use the rich text option. Let's see what it does. I hope you all are aware with Word Doc that how Word Doc works. It is a junior version of Word Doc. So the moment I click on rich text, I get a small box. Just a second. That's bank. Just a second. I think my system has hanged. Just a second.
Yes, sir, no issue. So in a meanwhile, teachers, I am sharing the link of a previous class. So few questions are relatable with the previous class, that how can student solve the sum on the different boards. So I'm sharing the link of the previous class. Please watch this recording. You will be able to understand that how you can share the board with your students and how you can ask them to participate individually, and you can check these their individual boards and can also provide the feedbacks.
Yeah, I'm back. I apologize to you, dear teachers. Okay. So yeah, I am just back. So the moment you click onto the tools part, the fourth tool in the series is the rich text part. So I'm going to click here and you see I have got a small mini pad here. So if you see, you have the bold option, you have the font options, you have the bullet options, pen, emoji, and the undo option. So I can just ask my students to write an essay or a paragraph or a notice, and it comes very beautifully into this whiteboard. So as a language teacher, if I want something very neat and tidy on my whiteboard, what I can do, I can use the rich text option because it provides a small notepad kind of a thing. You can have different options like bold, you can have the italics option, then you can change the font in, then you can change it to normal, or you can change it to heading 1, heading 2, things like that. Then you have the bullets option. So this way you can just change, we can ask the students to change the alignments and provide us with whatever writing material we are asking from them. Okay, now let's move on to the fifth tool in the series of the tools part. The next tool that I would like to talk here is the add link option. So if as a teacher, I have made a lesson plan, that means on the first page, there is a PDF On the second page, there is some reading material. And then on the third page, I have a link which I want my students to visit the link and take out the information whichever is required. So you can just click on this add link option. So I am clicking on this add link option. So then it is going to ask me where I want, what kind of link it is. It is kind of a website, it is a page in a book, it is something autocorrect, or it is a code block, what kind of link I want. So let me just take up a link. I'm going to take it something from YouTube. Okay, let's take something for geography. Just randomly, I'm picking up this video, picking up the link. The link is copied, and then I go back and I'm going to just paste the address and what title I would like to give it. So suppose this is the landmass. So I've just given the title to the link and I've pasted the address, and then I'm going to click on save. So you will see, so when the students are going to get this whiteboard, they are going to get this kind of a small little box where they have a link. So the moment the students will receive this, they will be asked to click on this, and the moment they click on this, they will be redirected to the YouTube web page where I want them to go and find out the desired information. So in this way, what you can do, you can create your study material in a single whiteboard. That is, this is chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, or a particular chapter has been divided into separate segments in the form of links, and that can be shared with our student. So I hope the link part is clear. Now again, I am clearing this option. Okay, now let's take a look at the next tool, that is the YouTube. So either you can add a link, or what you can do, you can directly take up a YouTube video and paste it on the whiteboard canvas. So if I want to take out a YouTube video, what I'll do, I'll click on the YouTube part. I'll click on the YouTube part, and then I'll just paste the video. Okay, so you see here, we have got this box, and then it is asking me the URL. So suppose if there is a 5-minute video, but I don't want my students to look at the 5-minute video. I want them to look at from 2 minutes till 3 minutes. That is, I want it to be a 1-minute video. So what I can do, I'll just paste the link. Then I'm going to type here the time. Suppose I want it from this 2 minutes till 3 minutes 30 seconds. So now when the students are going to receive the whiteboard, the video will start at 2 minutes and the video will stop at 3 minutes 30 seconds. Isn't it an amazing tool? That is, the students will not be diverted. They will just be where we want them to stay. So I want them to start at 2 minutes and I want them to finish at 3 minutes 30 seconds. So this way we can restrict the activity of the students and can save time for our teaching. Otherwise, what will happen? There are some naughty students, they are going to look through the video, they are going to look through the YouTube channel, and then the whole class will go haywire. So what we can do, we can take out the YouTube URL, give it the starting time, the ending time, and then we can move ahead with our classroom. So the moment students will receive this link, it will start at 2 minutes and it will end at 3 minutes 30 seconds. It depends whatever time you want to take it out. Okay, now let me just clear this part, and now let's move to the next tool. So till now we have learned the line tool, arrow tool, select crop tool, rich text tool, infinite toner. I'm not talking today. Then we have talked about the add link part, YouTube part. The next is the website part. So website is exactly same as link part. So if you want a student to explore a particular website, then you can provide the link and then the student can explore that particular website. So again, a green box has popped up, and if I suppose I want to explore the teacher class website only. So if I want my students to visit this part, so I'm just going to copy this link. Okay, and here is the website which has come out. So the moment I provide my whiteboard to the students, they are going to see this website, and whatever information I want my students to take out, I will direct them and they are going to take out this. In this way, we are saving the time of student and channelizing the activity in a particular format. Okay. Now, again, I'm clearing this option and I'm again back to the next segment, which is a very amazing segment, that is the show dice. Now, sometimes the class becomes very boring, isn't it? The class is very boring and we want to take a break. So what you can do, you have this beautiful flower at the top right corner. And the moment you click on this, let's see what happens. Isn't it beautiful that students, it's surprising for us also as teachers also, the moment we see some beautiful flowers or butterflies on the screen, it is a kind of happiness to us, isn't it? So when you feel that the class is getting boring or the students are getting a little bored, then a small break can be taken and all over the screen flowers and butterflies can be thrown upon. So this is one way. Or the another way that I would like to showcase is from the tools section, go to the tools part, you have the dice option. Now, using a dice, we can do a lot of activities, isn't it? Using a dice, we can do a lot of activities. So you have this dice and you can play some quick games. So you have this roll all option. So you just roll it out. It can be seen on the screen. Suppose the number 5 has come. So you can ask the roll number 5 or the multiples of roll number of the 5, and a fun game can be taken up. If you wish to play with one dice, you can play with one dice. If you wish to make the dice more, then you can click on the plus button and now you have 2 dice with you. So click both the dices and let's see what the numbers come. The number is coming 8. So using the number 8, different activities can be popped up. So whiteboard can be used for academic part also, and sometimes to break the monotony, we can use these dice to break the monotony. Now, how to disable the dice? Again, we'll go to the tools segment and now we are going to use the hide dice option. The moment I click on hide dice, my dices will be hidden. Okay. For the dice part, we will not use the clear button, but we will use the hide dice option. How to bring the dice? Go to the tools part and bring the dice. And how to disable the dice? Again, we will go to the tools part and click on the hide dice part. Okay. So dices are not cleared, dices are hidden. Okay. Now let's come to the next part. My math fantasy has arisen. So the next segment is the option allows you to insert symbols or equations. Now, easily the equations don't turn up. We need some help. So how we an option? Okay, for math equations, we will go to the 3 button options. We will click on the help part. Okay, and now you here have the maths input guide. So you just download that guide, understand the guide, and then take up the things. Okay, dear teachers. So I'm just repeating the math segment again. If you want to teach some equations or things like that, go to the math option. Then you click on the actions part. Sorry, the 3 dots part. Help will pop out. In the help, you have the maths input guide. Download this guide, understand how to insert equations, and then take up the things. Okay, teachers? Okay. Now again, some fun element into the classroom. Let's go back to the tools part. Now we have a beautiful pointer segment. So let's see. So as a teacher, if you are teaching something important and you have this beautiful snake coming onto your screen, isn't it wonderful that and very attractive to see a snake crawling on this whiteboard. So this way you can attract the attention of the students by this snake. So you can just roll it here and there, or roll it over a concept. And so you have the snake part, or you have the spotlight part. So you have this spotlight part. So either you can use the snake part or the spotlight part. Okay. Now, again, let's come to the next tool segment. We have the rich text part. Same way we have the text box. So it is simple. So you have a text box and now you can type anything. So rich text is something where you have a lot of options. It is a kind of a small notepad kind of a thing, which can be used in a more structured manner. But look at the text box option. It is just a box and you start typing wherever you want to type the things. Okay. Now I feel from my side that a lot of things are being poured into your head. Let's take a small break. Let's call upon the spring and please bring the questions to me. I'll take a small break. Let's take up some questions and then we'll move ahead to the next segments of tools. So today we are discussing the tools part and the grids part. Yes, Anuj.
Yes, sir. So there are some questions. Crop the video. Is it possible to crop it, or we can trim the video?
No, it's not possible to trim the video because it's not our property, so we can't trim it, but we can pause it where we exactly want it to stop.
Okay. And can we add own video? Can we add that if we want to add our own video?
Currently, it is only allowing it for YouTube part. So if your video is on YouTube, so you can easily trim the timings, that is from 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever the timing is. But currently it is giving for YouTube only. अगर आपकी वीडियो YouTube पे है तो वो उसको timed कर देगा. अगर कहीं और है then it will be used as only as a link part.
Great. How many boards or pages can be added? Is there any limit?
There is no such limit, but a lot of pages is going to make it heavy. So generally teachers try to keep it till 5 to 8 pages. Otherwise it becomes very heavy for us also and for students also. So what I am trying to do, I am just doing it on one page and I'm trying to clear off the things. Until unless I want it to keep it safe, I am not using further pages.
Thank you, sir. Can we erase, like if we want to erase any selective part, how we can do that?
By using the rubber part.
Yeah.
Selective
part.
So
selective.
Rubber option, eraser option.
Okay. How to change the font style? Is it possible to change the font style?
Yes, ma'am, it's possible. So at the top, at the bottom right corner, you can see there is this small green box, isn't it? And we have this change font, a very chota sa option yahan pe hai. So you click here and then you have these 4 to 5 fonts: Roboto, Chewy, Poppins, Courier, KG here, Teachers Helper. So whatever the font you want, you can just change that. बहुत सारे options तो नहीं है, but 4-5 options हैं, उससे हम काम चला सकते हैं.
Okay, and teacher has asked that, is there any 4-line label like for the kindergarten teacher if they want to teach alphabets?
I think है तो 4-line. ये वाला मैम 4-line. This is called the 4-line. No, is it the 3-line, na, Anuj?
Yes, this is a 3-line.
No, ma'am, there is no 4-line, ma'am. This is a 3-line we have.
Yeah. Okay. Few teachers also ask that they have a queries like how they can save their data, whatever they have done on the board, how it can be saved or it can get cleared.
Okay, ma'am. So if you need to save your data, then you need to log in into the whiteboard.chat. So if you want to save the data, then you need to log in. So here is my part. This is my name. That is the Currently, I have not logged in, so it has given me a fictional identity. So if I want to save my board, I'm going to click here. I'll go to the settings part. I'm going to put my email, put my password. I'm going to sign in. Then I will be able to save the data part. So data part, ma'am, we will be showcasing in the third class. That is the third and the last Techring class of whiteboard.chat. We'll be exploring how to log in and how to save and what exactly the data it provides. So please wait for that class, ma'am.
Okay, and there's a particular question is about run code block, how it will be used for IT teachers.
Please repeat, Anuj.
I think run code block. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's a run code block. I am not sure where they have seen it. So
okay, but to
yeah,
be honest, ma'am,
yeah.
to be honest, ma'am, I have not explored that part. But if something just pops out and some resource pops out on YouTube, I'll definitely try to share it with you. But currently, as you all know that I am a math teacher, I've not explored that part.
Okay, and can it write in Hindi or in Marathi language using the text box feature?
No, currently it is not providing that feature. It is only available in English.
Okay.
It's only available in English. But if you want to write something in Hindi and Marathi or other language, then it is a very long process. So यही हो जाएगा कि आप Word doc पे अपना टेक्स्ट ऑलरेडी पहले से रेडी रखें. जो भी आपको आज क्लास में लिखना है या कुछ में बताना है या पढ़ाना है, वो आप ऑलरेडी पहले से ही वर्ड डॉक पे रेडी रखें. वहां से उसको कॉपी करें एंड यहाँ पेस्ट कर दें. जैसे यहाँ हम डायरेक्टली इंग्लिश में लिख सकते हैं, हिंदी एंड मराठी एंड रीजनल लैंग्वेज के लिए अभी वो फीचर अवेलेबल नहीं है. हाँ, ये है कि हम टेक्स्ट को पहले से कहीं पे लिख के रखें, वहां से कॉपी करें और यहाँ पेस्ट कर दें.
Okay. Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Okay. So chaliye teachers, let's move ahead with some more tools that we have today. Okay. Now after the pointer part, then we have the text box, then write software. Currently, I have not explored it. So I leave it to you, to all the computer teachers, to please explore it on your own. The next is the note part. That is the sticky notes part. So if we have used Google Jamboard or some other kind of whiteboard, then we have some sticky notes. So the same goes for the notes part. So if on a whiteboard you are teaching something and you want to note something out on a colorful pad, so then you have the notes part. So if you click on the note part, they have 4 colors: yellow, blue, pink, and green. So suppose I want to paste up the yellow part. So I have got the sticky note. And if I want to write something, I can write it and take up the class accordingly. Okay, I'm again clearing this segment. Next, we have in the tools part, that is the student signal. So if as a teacher, we are taking a class of suppose 10 to 15 or 20 students, and a student need to inform me that he or she is facing some concern or difficulty, so then they can use the signal. So how they can do it? Either they can use the thumb signal, the screen shake, or the stoplight. So if we enable this signal from here, then the signals will be appeared. Otherwise, the hand raise feature is always available on the student's part. Okay. Okay. Next comes the calculator. So we have 3 calculators: basic, graphic, and recurrent. 3 calculators we have. So as a maths teacher or as a accounts teacher, if you want to use some kind of calculations, so we have the online calculators. Rather than going on to Google or rather than taking out a calculator physically, we can have the facility of putting a calculator on the screen and the students can use the calculator. Then again, we have some beautiful monotony breaking part. We have the factories part. So if a student want to play a game, or if you want to play a game, then remember in our younger days, we used to have that tiles wala thing, jahan pe chote tiles used to come. So this way, so yeah, इस तरीके से छोटे छोटे tiles will pop up on your screen, and then you can have some interesting or fun engaging activity with the students. So you can have box tiles, you can have rectangular tiles, and you can have a fun activity with them. Okay. Next, we have the musical instruments. Again, some fun into the classroom. So we have the piano or the xylophone. So I can just place the piano on the screen. And now, if I want to play it, I think the sound is equal to you, Anuj.
No, sir.
Okay, let me just. Now,
Yes, sir. It is coming now.
okay, so as a teacher, if you want to break the ice or if you want to break the monotony, then go to the instruments part. We have two beautiful instruments. Either you have the piano or we have the xylophone. Put them on the screen and make the class beautiful and some musically. Okay, we have the xylophone also with us. So as music teacher or something else you want to make it put into the classroom, you can have these musical instruments and make the classroom beautiful. Okay, now let's come to the next segment where we have the shapes part. So again, we have four shapes here: circle, rectangle, compass, and polygon. So circles can be instructed, put along, rectangles can be put along. Then we have the compass part. So if as a mathematics teacher, if you want to draw a circle or any kind of arc or anything, then we can use the compass and we can make the desired things. Okay. Next, we have the next, if we look into the tools part, okay, let me just clear it out. Let's come to the next tool segment. We have another amazing thing coming here for the chemistry teachers, that is the molecule editor. I have not explored it very much, but when I was preparing for the session, I found out that it is very much beautiful for the chemistry teacher. So you can create some kind of molecules and can showcase it to the students how exactly the molecules look like. So if I go to the molecules editor part, so you get again a small green box. Then suppose if it is a pentagonal kind of a molecule, so then you have these elements: carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So suppose if this particular part is like this, anywhere, I am not good at chemistry, so the chemistry teachers can explore it and then they can showcase how the molecules are created, how the branching is done, what elements are there, and it can be much more fun into the classroom when they exactly see how a molecule is being made up and what are the different things that are into the molecule. Okay. Okay. Now let's move to the some last set of tools that we have. Then we have the breakdown, handwrite, and the drop zone. So breakdown and drop zone, I won't recommend anything. The last thing which I would like to talk here is the handwrite. Handwrite. So handwrite is what? So suppose if I have typed, what is this, Anuj?
A.
A. So you see the options have popped up: L. So whichever the correct option you feel like, and you don't want to make the whiteboard untidy with different things or different alignments. So what you can do, you can use the handwrite option. It will give you a whiteboard. It will give you a small whiteboard. You type the thing on it. It will give you suggestions. Based on that, you can insert the text. So suppose A is the correct one. I'm going to click on A, and then you see A is appeared on my screen. Again, if I want to type up this, what is this? This is something B. So I'll click on B and B is now on my screen. So rather me writing like this, A, B, something like this. So what I can do, I can just open a handwrite option, write the text, it will recognize it, and then it can be inserted on the screen. So if I want to write a 3-letter word, suppose CAT, so it is going to recognize, it is recognizing cat, and now cat is on the screen. I know it is a bit tedious part, but sometimes for some fun, if you want to use this part, you can use the handwrite option. So today in our class, we have explored the grids part and the tools part. So all these tools, you can mix and match these tools and can make your class beautiful and engaging. Do share your comments about how you found out today's tools, and please let me know were the tools of any use to you. And one teacher last time asked me that please tell about other subjects also. So please tell me, was I able to cater to the other subjects also? So please let me know in the chat box. And now let's open to the final Q&A session. So thank you, dear teachers, for bearing with me. And now I'm open to the last segment of Q&A. Over to you, Anuj.
Thank you so much, sir. So before going to our Q&A, let me run our second poll. Let me run our second poll. So our second poll for today, after the whole session, how much comfortable you feel with the whiteboard.chat now? What is your comfortability level after the session? And how satisfied are you with the session? So please do let us know your comfortability level with whiteboard.chat and how much satisfied are you with the session as well. Okay, while the teacher are participating in the poll, let me share some of the questions. How we can add more pages? Is it possible here?
How to add more pages?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you come to the bottom right, you have the left and right arrow. If I click onto this, I come to the second page. Then if I click on it, I come to the third page. So this way you can add more pages into your whiteboard.
Can you show once again that how they a teacher can use this musical instrument, where they can find it?
It's in the tools part. We have the music instrument. So we have two instruments. We have the piano and the xylophone. So piano, if the moment I put on piano, piano is here on the screen, and then I can play it and it can bring some fun into the classroom.
One of the teacher has said, please suggest to write some on the whiteboard, because with mouse it is very difficult. So can we use any other option? Is there any other solution for it?
So if you have this writing pad or that stylus wala pen, and if you have a touch screen laptop or a tab, then you can use the stylus or that writing wala pad to write on the whiteboard. Or if you don't want to use the mouse, then click on the place wherever you want to write and start typing.
Can you also show the eraser option, like teacher asking how to use the eraser?
Okay, so suppose this is I have drawn and I have this eraser. So I'm going to take the eraser. This is an orange color eraser. So I'm going to, the moment I put it on it, everything is vanished.
Nice. Can we make the lines or alphabets thinner? Is it possible?
Yes, so here you have this pen thickness option. So the moment I click on it, the thickness is going to increase. And now you see the thickness is, it's a different thickness. So if I thicken it more, you can see the difference. So at the bottom right, you have the thickness option, color option, highlight option, and the font option. These three things are there. You can thick or thinner the pen, or you can change the colors. If you don't like the green color, then you just go on to this pen color part. It will give you a variety of colors. Take on it and just start with that particular part.
Great. One of the teacher has asked that is like in the handwriting option, will it have the other language option as well?
No, I previously answered that it is currently it is used for English. Currently, it's being used for English. The organization is working to integrate different subjects, different languages, but currently it is English.
Is it possible to draw on the whiteboard? Can we draw?
Yes, Anuj, we can draw.
Okay, I'm looking for more questions. Okay, so teacher, we are not sure when the mobile version will become much better, because this tool has been created by an organization and they will be able to answer your query about this. So you can write to them, mail to them, asking them when the mobile version can become better. We are not sure about it, and as much as we know, currently it's not as good as it is on TextPoints. Sir, how many pages can we insert? Like, is there any option or limit, like number of pages we can insert on the?
I recommend inserting 5 to 8 pages because that is enough for one class time period to be catered. So if it is a 40-minute period, so 5-8 pages are very much easy and recommended. But if you wish to add more pages, it's completely your choice. But if you are inserting more pages, then that thing is going to become heavier and it is not going to solve your purpose. So if it is kept between 5 to 8 pages, it is going to solve your purpose, and students will also have the ability to swap through less number of pages.
Thank you so much, sir. So,
okay, Anuj.
Yeah, sir, Nilalshi ma'am has shared that she's saying that the different language option is available in the handwritten option. We will check, ma'am, and we will see if the option are available or not, because as we can see currently it was in the English, but we'll surely check and update. Thank you so much for pointing it out, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. I'll also just take it out. I'll just also try to explore that. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So thank you so much, teacher, for attending our session, joining our session, staying us with more than an hour. Thank you so much for that. I am going to share our upcoming schedule. So we are going to have a class on book creator tomorrow, which is going to be conducted by Sonam Narula ma'am. She is going to teach how we can use the book creator tool to create such a creative stories for our students with a very basic features. And we are also going to have a class on Google Classroom on 19th June. So please do sign up for our live classes as well. I have shared the link where you can just sign up and book your slots. We also have created a Telegram group and channel where we update about our live classes. So please join that group and you will get all of the updates, emails, new initiatives on our. So please do join our Telegram channel. And I'm also going to paste the link of today's recording. So if you have missed out any step and you want to watch the recording, you can watch the recording with this link. So please save this link. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out such a precious time from your day and sharing such a beautiful app and sharing such a beautiful features of the tool which teacher can use during their online classes. Thank you so much, sir, for your support and services. Thank you.
I would say thanks to all the teachers who joined me for this session. Thank you so much, everyone. And do watch out for all the sessions provided by Teacher Class. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Take care.
Nishat ma'am, there is no feedback form for today's session. So there will be no feedback form. So you can just there's no need to fill it. Thank you so much, teacher. You all have a great day and a great time. We will see you in tomorrow class. Please do join. Have a great day and please take care of your health. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye, everyone. Bye.